raining hard outside right now. Got it over just in time. Okay, who's first?
All right, Coach, what was the message at halftime after the kind of the slow start, especially for the offense, and kicked in the gear in the third?
Well, we did talk about a few things at halftime. The stats spoke for themselves. We had 5 penalties in the first half. They had 1. We just made too many mistakes. We missed on our throwing catches down the field. We had a chance to put a lot more points on the board, but it was a good lesson for us to learn that we have to be able to execute and we have to play with good technique in order to be successful. I also talked to the defense about how 2 penalties gave first downs on third down situations to the other team. So a lot of things that we need to work on still.
And this team thrives on big plays, especially from their offense. Do you think maybe they got some from Matt Bignell's big hit there in the first half to try and get something going?
I thought the game started out with a great hit by Fletcher Collins, and then I thought Max really was another great example of a good, clean play. And I talked to Mac about that. I thought the best part about Mac's hit was not only just how ferocious, how physical it was, but how clean it was. I mean, he got his head out of it. He didn't get himself in a spearing situation or a defenseless situation. He did it exactly the way you're supposed to do it when you have a chance to put a good hit on somebody, and it did. And a lot of guys were still talking about it here after the game was over.
Otherwise, defensively, did you like the way, aside from statistics or whatever, or the score?
I'm not the least bit concerned about the statistics at all. I like the way our defense played. We have some work to do. We have some things we got to clean up. When we pressured, we had allowed too many escape acts there. We didn't close the side door. We opened up the middle sometimes. Quarterbacks got away, so we got to finish better, but we put relentless pressure on that quarterback, and that really, really helped us, and that's what we were looking for in this game.
So were you happy with the way they were lined up and
yeah,
kind of the way?
Yeah. I think early on we made the one mistake on the substitution, which is just unforgivable. We just can't let that happen. We had 12 guys on the field, didn't get them off. Those kinds of things drive you crazy as a coach, and especially in my program, we just don't do that. But we're going to get those things fixed. And then the next thing is just when you pressure up the middle, you've got to keep your containment on the outside. I mean, the easiest place for the opposing player to get away is out one of the side doors, and we just have to fit all that together. But we hadn't, it's way different in reality, a real game, than it is in practice. And the quarterbacks aren't live, and plays get blown up early, and games are the only times you find out exactly whether you've got it sound or not. Now we've got all those plays on film that we can watch.
They came out in a cover zero, stack of blocks quite a bit. Is that something you guys expected?
We did. We worked on our downfield throws a lot in practice this week and tried to recreate those. I think it was probably one of the more disappointing parts of the game was the fact that that's what they were giving us was a downfield throw. We saw, but we just couldn't hit any of them. That was a little frustrating to everybody on the offensive side, and that's why we weren't running the ball as well, because the safeties were down low and they were simply, challenging us to throw deep. We did it, but we didn't make them pay.
He misses his first 4, but then Brooks out hits.
Well, the second half was great.
Yeah, he hit a couple.
That definitely opened it up. Once we hit a couple of those, that was, then we had a margin that was pretty comfortable.
Can you talk about going for fourth on that fourth down on that first scoring drive? Are you just trying to ignite this offense a little bit?
No, we have a chart on fourth downs, and we were right in the range. And that field position and that time of the game, I think 4th and 6 was or whatever the situation was or 4th and 7 might have been the distance, and maybe what was it, 4th and I was maybe almost 10 or something. Maybe we might have stretched the limit just a little bit, but we were close, and we were hoping to try to get make a play and get a little jump start there.
Were you surprised they went for it right after that at midfield?
No, nothing surprises me in football anymore. The fourth downs are becoming a thing of the past, really. I mean, people are starting to go more and more often and find out they can make it. I mean, they went for it on a sort of a semi-fake punt there clear at the end of the game. I mean, every fourth down, I think we have to be prepared to defend.
I know you rolled a lot of guys through the defensive line, but did you like what you saw in Jesse Clark's first? I mean, he's only been here 8 days.
I liked all those guys. Yeah, I really did. I thought all of them fit right in. Shiloh and Jesse, Joe Nautala played, Marcus Tappan played. All those guys that were new, and I thought Jesse, for only being here a few days, I thought he did a really good job of knowing where he's supposed to be and getting lined up.
Did you like the way Kane called the game, his first game?
Sure. I mean, I like the aggressiveness. He started out with a blitz, and he was, all the bullets were firing throughout the course of the game. He always has been very calm and collected, but yeah, aggressive. But he never gets rattled, I guess is what I'm trying to say when he's coaching on the sideline down there, and that's the way it was today. Talked to him afterwards, and we both agreed we have things to clean up, but we really liked what we saw with the guys. They're playing hard, playing aggressive. That's what we want to see.
What do you guys take from this going forward? Maybe you made one instance.
I've said for 40 years the biggest improvement a team makes is between game 1 and game 2, because you finally get to watch yourselves on tape in a game after you've played that first game. And so that's what we need to do. We've got to look at everything that happened in this game and fix the things that are broken and correct the things that didn't work, and also see the good things and keep trying to recreate those. And we've got plenty of time to do that, since we have 2 Saturdays and 16 days or something before we play again.
If you have Mahoney in a lot of rotation on the first team in the offensive line of right guard and right tackle, is that a product of execution or just lack of maybe being?
We just felt like Dylan Mahoney deserved to play. And Alex Ekoff and Kyle Gadecki had missed a lot of time. We weren't quite sure how many snaps those guys were going to be able to take over the course of a whole game. And Dylan had taken a lot of snaps and was ready to go. So we just wanted to get him some real life experience and sort of play 6 guys instead of 5. And I thought it worked out pretty well.
Getting Coney on the field there at the end.
Yeah, we weren't sure quite how that was going to roll, but we decided to get him on the field. It wasn't a favor or a token. He was. We looked at the lineup, and there were a couple guys that had played a lot in the game already that we didn't want to take any more snaps, and we knew he was dying to get out there, and it was exciting. The team loved it when he was on the field. Absolutely, he deserves it.
All right, thanks.
Good, thank you. Get all the guys up here. Is that what you need?